Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Washington, JG Press. The Group of 20 Advanced and Emerging Economies is set to convene a meeting in the coming weeks, hosted by the United States, to address the critical issue of stable fertilizer supplies. This initiative follows recent discussions among G-20 finance ministers and central bank chiefs in Washington, where concerns were raised regarding the economic impacts of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, specifically disruptions to fertilizer supplies, particularly due to the effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz after U.S.-Israeli military operations against Iran, have threatened agriculture markets and value chains. Many G20 members emphasized the importance of maintaining functioning food and fertilizer supply chains, especially for low-income and vulnerable countries, by refraining from imposing export prohibitions or restrictions. The upcoming meeting aims to strengthen global food security and explore coordinated actions to promote market stability and prevent potential spikes in food prices. U.S. President Trump signed a memorandum on April 20, ordering the strengthening of energy-related product production, including crude oil, coal, liquefied natural gas, LNG, and power grid infrastructure. This action, reported by GG Press from Washington, comes in response to supply disruptions caused by military operations against Iran and aims to counter soaring fuel prices. The measure is based on the Defense Production Act, which allows the government to direct private companies to supply critical materials from a national defense perspective. The memorandum emphasized that insufficient energy supply creates vulnerability to hostile foreign powers and poses an urgent and growing threat to U.S. national security. The president indicated that production expansion would be supported through government financial assistance. Yonhap News Agency reports that South Korea's exports experienced a significant surge of 49.4% in the first 20 days of April compared to the previous year. This robust growth was primarily fueled by exceptionally strong demand for semiconductors. Outbound shipments during this period totaled 50.4 billion, marking the highest figure ever recorded for the first 20 days of April. Imports also saw an increase, rising 17.7% on year to 39.9 billion, resulting in a healthy trade surplus of $10.4 billion. Detailed data reveals that semiconductor exports more than doubled, spiking 182.5% to $18.3 billion, while computer and related equipment exports astonishingly soared by 399%. Exports of petroleum products and ships also showed substantial gains. However, automobile and auto parts exports declined. Exports to major destinations like China, the United States, Vietnam, the European Union, and Japan all recorded significant growth. Meanwhile, crude oil imports increased for the third consecutive month, up 13.1%, due to rising international oil prices amidst the Middle Eastern crisis. Thai Sounds reports that Japan has lodged a formal protest with China over the construction of a new facility in the East China Sea. The Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed China is installing the new structure on the west side of the geographical equidistance line between the two countries. Japan considers this extremely regrettable unilateral development in an area where the exclusive economic zone or continental shelf boundaries have not been clearly delimited. Kanai Masayoshi, Director General of Japan's Asian and Oceanian Affairs Bureau, conveyed the protest to Chinese Chargé d'Affaires Shi Yong and urged China to resume international negotiations on maritime development in the East China Sea. This comes amidst heightened Sino-Japanese tensions exacerbated by Japan's stance on Taiwan security, recent Chinese military exercises near Japan, and Japan's first-time participation in U.S.-Philippines joint military drills. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.